Hey everybody, welcome back. This is part 2 of whether or not, I clean my barrel or, lube my pellets. Well, just to recap from the last video, end up shooting the gun, the Umarex Gauntlet 22 caliber with the Crosman Premier Dome 14.3s at 45 yards. 5-shot groups. Started out with the barrel uncleaned as it was when I, got it out of the box. Never cleaned the gun before since I've had it almost a year now. And that wasn't, here's a penny. So a penny is 3/4 of an inch and had that flyer right there. So, about an inch group at 45 yards, uncleaned. And then I cleaned the barrel. It opened up even more. Over an inch, I know that for sure. And then I lubed the barrel, got it pretty tight, 0.65 I think it was, or whatever it was 0.6 something. And none of the groups really got back down to that size, except when I swabbed the barrel again. Here was the last group, 0.439, which come to find out, I believe it actually beat my best group ever with this gun with those pellets at 45 yards. And mind you, this is untuned, factory, no barrel tuning whatsoever, no velocity increase. These have always shot around the 860 feet per second mark. I actually got a picture of the chronograph yesterday when I shot after I lubed the barrel just to see if there was any difference, and not much really at all. They shot around the 850, 860 mark, and it just wasn't that drastic. But again, recapping, I did notice a point of impact change. So it was actually higher than my point of aim, which I knew I was adjusting my sights to move the groups. But I did not adjust my elevation when I put the lube in the barrel and shot, and the groups landed up here as shown. So I got out today just to see if it was repeatable by lubing the barrel, and holy cow. So I have not measured this group yet. I just got inside. Here's the group I want to look at. This is the first group of the day. I got my camera over here, which I'm going to show you guys that video clip at the end of the video. I'm going to fast forward it. This is the first group of the day, 5 shots, 45 yards. Let me measure it here. Zero out. Okay. So exact group, for all you guys that want to know the exact number, farthest shots apart, 5 shots. So 0.447 it looks like. Nope, 0.441. So I know that ain't much, but to say this gun isn't consistent is an understatement. Now the rest of these shots, I was actually messing around with my barrel. Like I said, there was no barrel tuning in the last video. If you've watched my channel, the main channel STKO, you know that I played with the barrel a little bit and added an actual M8 washer at the end. I put that in there to see what the gun would do, and it actually just destroyed the groups. There was no groups there. All these groups right here are huge. Farthest to farthest, almost an inch group, either way you look at it. Inch there. So M8 washer really didn't do much. This one was pretty decent. It was okay, but they started opening up. I thought it was gonna be good. So I took the washer out, shot a couple more times. Didn't work. I got my cleaning rod here with my brush. Swab barrel, and this is what I come back to. Now a lot of you guys know this already. When you swab a barrel or clean a gun, it takes it a second to get back in order. So I'm going to tell you guys, I didn't get this group on film, but it doesn't matter because you guys seen already what this gun could do from past videos. So first 2 shots are there, third one laying there, and then I had 5 shots in here. You can count them out if you want. 5 shots in that box. So to say that is not consistent, the farthest shots apart, 0.35 right there is the tightest group I have ever shot. 5 shots with the barrel untuned but lubed. So, and you guys could do this too. If you haven't watched the first part, what I did was I sprayed silicone lube down the breech towards the muzzle end of the barrel, took the shroud off, sprayed down the muzzle to the breech, lifted the gun straight up, let it flow down till it leaked out the breech, and then I took my graphite powder and popped the nozzle off. It's got a nozzle there. You stick that down in the muzzle, squeeze it a couple times, and before you do that, pull the trigger and blow some air through it to get that silicone lube all the way down the rifling, and then pour your graphite in until it comes out the breech. Pull the trigger again, and it'll blow all that down and stick. And man, I tell you what, I don't know what you would call this concoction. I was trying to come up with a good name for it, like a pellet knot or something. But not only is this concoction super accurate, and at least for this gun, I'm not saying for every air gun out there, I'm just saying for this gun that I've been using and been doing this to, I can see the pellets. And like, again, this barrel is untuned, no tuning, this is right out of the box. I can see the pellets going in the same hole. It's that nuts. And I can hear the pellets whizzing. I don't know if it's because of the friction, the slickness in the barrel. I'm actually going to take the shroud off here in a second for you guys to show you that the barrel is still blacked out from the graphite. Usually when, you know, you're just shooting a projectile down and no lube or anything and it starts collecting, it's real dirty. Well, when I mopped it, I know you really can't tell with this mop because it was already dirty to begin with, but you have to take my word for it that nothing came out on it. Nothing, it wasn't wet, it wasn't filled up black, nothing. So you would think with the graphite it would be pure black, and it wasn't. That is just nuts. I can't believe it. So again, I got that first shot on camera, on film, which was still pretty good, but the last shot I just shot, 5 shots, and after I got done tinkering around, which I'm done playing with it now after making this concoction. Like I said, you guys already know me and know what I'm capable of, and for somebody just to sit there and call out, say this gun is not consistent because it gets really good groups and they don't, that's just a big understatement to me, because obviously they don't know what they're doing.